Szewczaks. It's me, Maja Szewczak, and welcome to another Upscale with Maja Szewczak. Today we're upscaling the rocket. I've made it for Lalaloopsy repaints. I've made it to give it away to someone in real life that has subscribed to me. So if you are watching this rocket, then this big one, I hope you enjoy, because I've got a new dollhouse rocket. But anyways, let's get started, because for the big rocket, I've prepared a shoebox. The original base of the Lalaloopsy rocket was red, but I painted it mint green. So let's paint the shoebox mint green. It will take layers of paint, and I've been using soft sage for the paint color. It will do certain layers and areas of paint job, but I think it's going to be worth it. In the background, I was working a lot of background projects, so I have a lot of things on my desk, so now I hadn't even finished painting the rocket, but I could cut out a hole for the circle window that I want to add to it. Also, let's just get a cutout of a circle in the shoebox. Yes, I've chosen the shoebox for this upscale with Maja Szewczak, because it would be the perfect size for this big Brian Mellow doll. I could have done it for the dollhouse one, but the big one, I've decided to go with that for him, because he deserves it, because he wants his own rocket, so we're making him one. So I'm just cutting a circle window for it, like this, and that's done. Time for another circle, and to actually make the circle window, so I'll use this ribbon for the yellowish part. Look at this detail here that I want to recreate in bigger scale. Let's just glue it on. I'm choosing to glue on the ribbon. For the circle window, so I'm just getting out the glue, and I'm getting out the yellow ribbon, and I'm going to align it like this. And just checking everything. And there we go. Aligning the window to be just as accurate as I want it to be to the actual thing that I'm making. So that's what I'm doing to the rocket. Now I need even more of this yellow ribbon to be added to it all. And there we go. Oh wait, need to curve this area here. Better. Oh wait, not better just yet. There. That's much, much better. Now I want to add some fake nails to the circle window just for authenticity of the rocket look. And although it's not metal, but I wanted to look as accurately to the metal as I can make it. So I'm just gluing beads to those areas. The dark gray beads. And that's what I'm doing. Gray beads. 3 for each area to avoid wasting glue. And there we go. We need to let it dry. For now, because of how much space I have in my caravan, I'm just not going to make upscale doll houses very often because that would take too much space, but the rocket's going to be the closest thing to making a big doll house for the big dolls. So that's what I'm doing. That's the next best thing. I just also prefer the smaller doll houses because they take up way less space than my usual stuff. Or my usual stuff is the doll house, but I sometimes do want to work with big dolls too, so that's what. So let's just let it dry. And while I was still painting this, I made this using beads because that would be the top of the rocket. Upscale doll house. So I'm adding those things onto the top of my rocket. And that's the inside. It will look way more thought out at the end of the video. It's nothing special right now. I will think it out when I find time to think it out. because I ordered LED lights, even green LED lights for this project that I'm still waiting on for it to arrive. And there's a hole in it, but it's okay because I'm still building the rocket shape right now. So while I'm at it, I'm also going to add those beads to put the structure of it together. More wire. Just really needs to have its rocket structure. I guess it will be another space big doll house. I'm not going to make a bunch of them for big dolls, but this is the closest thing to making the big one because I don't have too much. I have just very limited amount of space for big doll houses, let alone the standard doll houses that I usually do. I need to invest in some more cupboards and places to store them in, so that's why. And plus I have a big sofa in the caravan which I am investing in getting rid of it, but I have to go to Poland, Madeira, lots of holidays this year, so next year maybe I'll go less on holidays and more investing in what I actually need for my projects. More spaces to store my things in when I'm not using them, because trust me, I have a lot, and the amount of videos I do on my channel is the evidence. So that's what. Just wanted to be honest, just so nobody will be typing wanting me to do a big huge doll house for these. No, no, no. If you do, then I'll hide your comment. I seriously will. So don't even think about it, because that's not going to happen. No, no, it's not. I'll only do the small doll houses, so please do not ask for big ones, because I don't have the space to put them into. So if you do, I'll hide your comment from my channel, and that's what I'll do. But I will not hide it unless you actually request something that I can't bring you to my channel. Just be careful what you wish for. But I'll still make some kits and big dolls on Upscale with Maja Szewczak though. Just not full scale doll houses, but just tiny little pieces of dollhouse furniture from time to time. But okay. That's what I've gotten. It's not very stable, but It requires a lot of wire to pull this off. So, wire, wire, wire is getting added to the rocket thing. So that's what I've gotten. I think I'm going to paint that black, the purple black, because it's not accurate to the smaller rocket. I actually, instead of painting, I covered it in black and navy blue fabric, because I think it will hide the bones of the structure, as well as make it look even more tube-like and accurate to the actual rocket thing that I've made. So that's what I'm doing to the rocket. I'm just trying to follow the exterior as accurately as I can, but I can modify the inside because the Lalaloopsy rocket does not open up like this. So this will be a version that does. So that's what I'm doing, and take from that what you will. Because that's what I've decided. The reason why I had to cut a hole in here to also make it accurate to the Lalaloopsy rocket, but just in a different color. But that's basically what I've done. And I'm going to make another one because it will be made more accurate to what I've gotten. So let's get another one of these into it and catch this here. Just lots of cardboard scraps everywhere right now, so that's what I'm doing. So there's a bit of overhanging cardboard. Let's just get staples to fix that so it stays in place. And I'm just checking everything to ensure it's all accurate shape that I wanted to have. And I may need to consider things for battery pack for the green lights that right now I'm still waiting for things to arrive, but I'll get to it when it does. But for the inside, I'm just going to figure out something with this So that's Brian Mellow, the big one. Inside the interior of the box, I think it's perfect for the rocket. I need to keep more boxes like this. Not right now, but in the future. I'm going to glue some plastic to the rocket to make it have some legs, but I don't really want to make it top heavy because I want it to stay up straight, so that's what I'm doing. Just gluing on things to it and testing things. Yes. Just going to use random marker plastic to keep it straight. So I'm just going to glue it on to everything to make sure it will hold its shape when it all dries. So this is taking quite a while, but I'll get there. And this goes here. And let's let it dry before we can add more things to it. I actually realized there's 3 of those things on this rocket, so I have to build it up even more from what I've realized. So now I get even more. Cardboard because I don't know if I even have the right plastic for this. It's kind of a mixture of plastic and cardboard, like a lot of my doll-house things, to be honest. Depends on what I have in stock. So there we go. A lovely piece of cardboard, and these things are not black, they're mint green, so I'm going to have to paint it mint green once it dries. Everything mint green actually, because it's a mint green rocket. And this pink thing, so I'm going to get, where is it? A lid for the pink thing that takes the rocket fuel out of it. So let's just glue it here to insert it. And we're going to let it dry, and using some evening primrose and cotton candy shiny toppers, because I did not want to use all of my evening primrose on this huge rocket, so I mixed it up a bit, and I like how it looks like this. And while I'm just adding things onto the rocket, I think I want to add something for the rocket fuel, like something to get the rocket fuel meter in. And I'm going to the sink to fill it up with water later, but for now I'm just filling it with glitter and water just to add the rocket fuel, the fake rocket fuel that will be purplish glittery. So filled it up with glitter, and I think I'm going to also fill it up with some purple beads, maybe some mixture of some beads, maybe this yellow one. Nope. What am I doing? Let me just remove it, it's too big. What have I done? No. I pushed it in further. No. Okay, I'll just have to fill it up with water anyways. And I'll add this for the sun and moon thing. So I also wanted to add silver glitter to it. Hopefully it will work. A lot of glitter. And I think I have to just do this to it. Get the right consistency. Because I want it to look like actual outer space. So I'm going to use a marker to add something to color the water that I'm about to add in. Because yes, I'm just doing colored water into my cardboard thing. I am, so that's what. Okay, let's go to the sink. Okay, just have to hold the camera like this. I don't want to get my phone wet. So what am I doing? Okay, like this. Angle. Okay. Water. What? Why isn't it sinking? I don't want to drain it, so I'm going to have to take the moonite for a while. I try to get the sun out of there too, but it's impossible. You would try, and I had to start over because of what I've accidentally done. Don't mess up or you'll just have to start over. Okay, that's better. Okay, so the rocket fuel chamber is done. Time to glue it onto the cardboard rocket. So, actually I'm going to switch to this position of it. Wow! Looks like outer space inside here. So that's what I've done. And I'm also going to have to let it dry before I can pigment it all shimmery like this area here. I think it's a better idea to put it lower the rocket fuel chamber. So that's what I've done. I'm also going to maybe even lower than that would be better for the whole structure of it. Yeah, that's it. So that's what I'm doing. And I may also add more supports to it, like this. So let's make another one, this time with, okay, so here there's some mystery white glue on this, so let's remove that. Another one of these shaker parts with another one of these. So there's the purple glitter. Yes, glitter in water. Hopefully I'll not mess it up this time. And some silver glitter into it. And the loose glitter gets, and more, because the silver is actually similar to the stars. And this purple will be just a repeat, so you'll see when I finish it. Once that is done, glue that one on. Maybe I'll add just a bit more glue to make it hold better. And it's drying time. Those holes in the rocket I filled up with fabric by gluing it on. I'm going to get some black beads all over the transition area to make it look more like it's made out of mint green metal scraps. So that's what I want to do, the look of metal scraps rocket without actual metal, because I don't have the equipment to make it actually a metal rocket, but I can replicate it. I decided to just put black hooks for the transition area because I wanted to look like stitched metal a little bit. So stitched with wire or something like that. And there's my glue. I better get this cotton candy pigment already. Throw it onto this glue to avoid wasting it. That's this one painted. I find some of those things that's not black, but I'm going to have to paint it black with the acrylic paint. But the rest I can just decorate away. Paint it. They have to dry overnight, and I've also painted on the rocket. Time to let it all dry. I did not feel the need to film me just painting all over the rocket, the shimmer pigment. But as soon as they arrived, I put it all over the rocket. Time for it to dry. Right after finishing painting it, but I will just show you. This is how it looks like. There's lots of things on my desk, so that's why. And let's let the rocket dry before proceeding to the interior, which I'm going to show you while it dries. Enjoy! Let's do the interior of the rocket. I'm starting by painting the walls silver because I think silver is the most rocket-like paint that I have, so I'm using it. And I think I want to cover it in as much silver paint as possible. So I'm even planning to use all of my silver up for this because I think it's necessary to use it all up. So just painting it on everywhere inside the rocket. So I wanted the exterior to be mint green, but the interior to be silver, so that's what I wanted to do. And I thought of making this to find it a better place to store Brian Mellows, the big Brian Mellows astronaut suit inside it. So that's why I'm doing it. After the silver paint has dried, it's night time to do the window. I already glued in a piece of plastic for the window, and now it's time to get some ribbon onto it. So for the ribbon, I think I will go with the same yellow one that I've used for the exterior. So I'm using it to get the ribbon onto it. And then once I get it on, let's just get it into the right shape of it, and now let's just glue it all over. To make sure all of them are covered with the ribbon. So there we go. Ribbon added to it. And I'm also going to add those beads to it. Like this. Time to let it all dry. Everything dried and the green LED lights I ordered for it arrived. Now I'm going to untangle them and decorate around the rocket to add some green light into it. So those are the green LED lights I ordered. And I want to be able to also open up the battery pack just in case I'll need to change up batteries, as well as also get them in and out. So that's what I want to do. I think I'll place the battery pack on the floor because I do want to glue it in, but yet I still want to be able to change the batteries if needed. Because if I don't change batteries and these run out, it's going to stop working. And I want it to work, so that's why all of this is put into consideration. Always with LED lights. So let's get the glue and glue the battery pack in. So I kind of want to be able to turn it on and off here, so that's where we're going to glue in the battery pack. because I do not want it removable. But yet I want to be able to take the lid off just in case I'll need to replace batteries in it. So I always take those things to consideration. We will have to let it dry though. So I also use the LED lights to make sure I don't make a wrong move when I'm attaching them. So in here, we're going to make a hole for the LED wire to get in. The holes are rotted, but I do not want it visible from the exterior. It's just there to let it through the interior. So ta-da! But I want the other corners to hold its shape. So lights added. I will make them into stars. Just checking if I can close the rocket, and I can. So let's see it from here, and it looks amazing. So now let's continue the interior. Then I stitched some stars out of tulle fabric that I've colored red, yellow, purple, and orange. The light up feature works like this. So for this, these two light bulbs that I just left loose, I'm just going to make a TV for the big dolls to fill that space up. I find this bead box that's just perfect for this little TV. I'm going to keep it open so that I could put channels on this TV. It's not going to be actually watchable, but I can just make an illusion of that. So I'll be adding the LED lights into it. And there we go. That's what I've gotten. That's how it works. So let's glue that on. So let's get glue on to it to get it permanently stuck on the wall. It's not going to be removable. So let's get it in and glue it on. And it works. Yay! It works. However, the color's not correct for what I want to do. So I do want to cover the labels because I do not want them visible. So we're going to get brown paint to color the TV because I wanted to look retro futuristic. I bought this for a different project, but just something that I can, have an example of how I want it to look like. First I will go with the brine, and then I'll add silver details. And hey, that brine is very similar to the color of the original, so I think maybe I didn't exactly want to change the color, just make those labels gone from it. I wanted to just hide the labels. I also glued on some lemon fabric for more retro futurism in it, and I kept that one part not glued so I could easily access the battery pack and switch for the green lights that I've added. Now I'm going to do something to the floor that I've painted the same brine for the TV, and this is how it's looking like with the hidden battery pack. I'm also going to add rocket controls to the wall. Glued that on. I took out all the needles, so I'm also going to add it to the wall because it spins. It looks like a lemon, so let's just glue a leaf on to it to bring the lemon factor even closer to 100, and it matches with the lemon chair. I took my time to decorate with beads, add a fridge, and it looks like this. And done. That's the finished product of today's Upscale with Maja Szewczak. So Szewczaks, what do you think of the big rocket? Please tell me in the comments. So I've done some of it, interior and exterior. There's a lot going on. Some glitter shaker things to the things inside. And I want to show you it with the LED lights turned on and everything. Wow, and let's get him in there and take a photograph for the before and after. I mean, not before and after, but the small and big. And this is for the big. And there also would be a very good space to store his spacesuit inside it. While I'm not using it, because sometimes I would use it, sometimes not, so it's a safe space to store it. So please tell me what you think of it all. And bye, Szewczak. See you in another video. Bye.